What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Big C6, and I'm here today doing a video. First of all, I want to say welcome back, or welcome. If you're new here, thank you for subscribing, being subscribed. Stick around. I got some more videos coming this month. Yeah, I know it's been a while. It's been like 2 months, maybe 3, 1.5, something like that. 2 months, I think. Last video I did, if I'm not mistaken, I think I told you guys I was going to talk about the wrestling code. Now, I still am going to do that video. I'm trying to get as much information on the wrestling code as possible before I do that video. Anyway, today's video, we're going to talk about WWE 2K23. The trailers have dropped. There's been a whole bunch of information that's come out, and you guys are going to get my opinions and my thoughts on the game right now. So, first thing I want to talk about, John Cena Showcase. Now, when I first seen this video drop, I was like, oh god, another damn John Cena Showcase. Yay, woohoo, you know. And then I heard, well, you're playing as his opponents, people who have beat John Cena. So I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. And then I seen the way they were doing it. They got Batista in there, the match with Kurt Angle, which has got me excited. I'm glad Kurt Angle's back in the game. You know, RVD and the One Night Stand Arena. Now, the one thing I will say that 2K needs to work on better is the championships. That spinner belt looks straight up ass. It's always looked ass. Like, it's looked very badly ass. I think it looks bad. It just looks bad. Like, the big gold looks better than that belt. It looks ass in that game. Or in 2K22, it looks ass still. Anyway, I definitely will be playing the showcase mode. There's 14 matches. You get to play as John Cena's opponents. It's him narrating it, talking about how, you know, the matches he's lost or whatever. So, you know, yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing that. I'm glad that they're doing it this way. Hopefully they can do it like 2K24. Like, let's say, for example, just as an example, they did, you know, the Dead Man, The Undertaker. They did like 30 years of his career or whatever, and they put all these matches in there. They'd have to put like casket matches and Inferno match, shit like that, if they were going to do the big matches. Now, there's a whole bunch of matches in Undertaker's career that he's done, so if they were to do something like that, they'd have to pick and choose. But anyway, so the showcase mode last year, it was okay. It was a little on the repetitive side, but it was okay. Hopefully this year is not going to be as long. Like, when I played the Rey Mysterio showcase last year, it felt like that very first match took forever to complete. Hopefully they don't have as many objectives to do, and then you can just complete it and like go. I'm going to try to beat it within like an hour or so or less. Now, another thing that they did this year is they've worked on the gameplay a little bit. They added a new pinning mechanic. I have seen the new pinning mechanic. I'm not 100% on it yet. It all depends on, you know, how experienced of a gamer you are. For example, my daughter plays 2K22, and I got her into, she'll be playing 2K23 more than likely. And she's more into the button tapping, where this one might be kind of complicated. I'm hoping there's a way you can maybe practice with it, or like play 2-player and then try to get it down pat like that. That would be cool. I did go into the Xbox store, and I did pre-order the Icon Edition. And the reason I got the Icon Edition is because, for one, you get all the pre-order bonuses, but my main thing is the Ruthless Aggression Pack. I am a huge fan of Batista when he was Leviathan. I loved that gimmick. However, I never actually got to see that gimmick wrestle. But just the way he looked, the bald with the contacts and the fangs and stuff like that. Hopefully they nail that in this game, because that would just be great. You know, you got Brock Lesnar, OVW, you got Randy Orton OVW, you know, you got John Cena OVW when he was Prototype, whatever. So that'll be kind of cool. And then you get the pre-order bonus Bad Bunny this year. Bad Bunny looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The game looks great. I guess they got like ray tracing in there this year. I'm not sure if they're going to do HDR or what engine they're running off of. I'm thinking it's Unreal Engine 5, maybe 4. I don't know. But they should have HDR. HDR should have been on these games many times, but it's not. Maybe this year it'll actually be in the game and it will actually support ray tracing. which everybody keeps saying that is going to support ray tracing because you see their reflections in the ramp when they come out. That's really actually badass. One of my favorite characters that I've seen so far in the game that they've actually leaked out, that they've put out, was Rhea Ripley. Man, Rhea Ripley's model is on point. Literally on point. Now, I don't know if it's me or if it was something that 2K, when they put the video out, they maybe made a mistake on or something. But in the one part of the video, when you see The Rock jumping up and down, if I'm not mistaken, his back muscles look like they're moving. So I'm kind of hoping there's maybe muscle mechanics or some kind of like fat simulation or whatever in the game this year. That would be nice. Because like, no, not to be nasty or anything, but if you guys look at like the 2K, the older games, when the females came down the ring, you know, their breasts moved in the ring and stuff. We don't get that no more. It's like they're just stiff. The whole, like, they're just a stiff person. It is what it is. I don't care. It's not a big deal. But if that's really what it was The Rock's muscles were bouncing, that's going to be awesome. That's badass. Another thing that they touched base on was they revamped, rewrote, and redid Universe this year. Now that's something that I'm really excited about because I haven't played Universe mode in, oh my god, probably 2K16 or maybe even before that. 2K20 Universe mode was broken. 2K22, I started it with Keith Lee with the Superstar one, and I never did shit with it. And then, you know, that was pretty much it. My daughter likes Universe mode. I'm just more of like an exhibition match type of guy. I do whatever. Another thing that they touched on that there's two of this year. They got two separate stories this year, supposedly, for My Rise. Now they got a female and a male. It's called The Lock and The Legacy. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Legacy one is the females and the Lock is the guys. Hopefully there's actually a story there this year with both of them, because I don't know how you guys felt, but last year, I felt like last year's was kind of repetitive, honestly. I felt like last year's My Rise was kind of on the repetitive side. I didn't really like it that much. And I guess you can also import your superstars this year. So, like, if you make a character when you first get the game, and, like, let's say, for example, you want to go to My Rise, and you want to use that same character, I guess you can actually do that this year. You can import it, which is awesome. I'm hoping there's an end to it, to where, like, let's say you go to WrestleMania maybe 2 years. You do 2 years, and you go to WrestleMania the second time. You become a Hall of Famer or whatever, and then you retire or whatever, and then you can, you know, exploit your superstar or whatever. Hopefully that's in the game. That would be awesome. Hopefully this year also we can unlock whatever characters and arenas and whatever else is in My Rise. We can unlock it after we beat it. I hope so, because last year they did not do that, and they had to get, you know, uploaded through community creations. Thanks to What's the Status, you know, great creator. Check them out. Another thing that they touched on was Creation Suite. Now, I don't know if many of you guys thought about this, but they did say that there's supposed to be a new creation mode this year, or a new mode, but they're not saying what it is. Many of us are starting to think that it is Create a Story, because they had said something about implementing parts of Create a Story into Universe mode this year. Like, before the match, you can attack somebody, shake their hand, you know, vice versa, whatever, and then after the match, I'm kind of thinking that if there is a new mode they're not talking about, it is going to be Create a Story. Unfortunately, I'm not a big Create a Story guy. Never have been, and I don't know if I ever will be. However, I think what 2K should do is, for those who are into Create a Story, give them that. And for those who are not into Create a Story, give them something different. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, like the saying says, you can't make everyone happy. It is what it is. They're talking also about My Faction this year. How it's supposed to be online and all that. I don't play My Faction, so I don't give a damn about My Faction, period. But anyway, back to Creations. They said the Creations are on par this year with the actual Superstars. So we're going to have to see how this looks, because so far, what I've seen of 2K23, I like. Now, some of the, you know, entrances with the females, some of them look a little off. Like Liv Morgan, for example. Her model last year looks better than it did this year. But they did say that this is an early build of the game. So hopefully by the time the game comes out, things are going to be a lot different. Another thing I wanted to touch base on that they've actually talked about, and they keep on talking about it, everybody's hyped about it, War Games. That's a match type everybody's been wanting. Me personally, I don't think I've ever really watched enough War Games matches because I'm not really, like, I like the match, but it kind of, in my eyes, I'm not really a big fan of it, so I might not even play that match. I don't know. I'd have to try it. But it looks awesome. You know what I mean? Like, it looks good. It does look really good. However, like I said, I'm not really much of a, that type of a match type of guy. I would have rather had, like, special guest referee or, like, I quit. I would have rather had special guest referee. That's a match we've all been asking for years now. 2K still has not gave us. So I'm hoping, but I'm almost 100% certain it's not going to happen. That there's some little, special matches in there we don't know about, which I don't think there's going to be, but it is what it is. I mean, in War Games, you can do 3v3, 4v4. The shark cages are up on the stage or the cages or whatever. I like the way that they got it set up, and I am going to try War Games. I am. However, I hope that you can change the rules. Like, I like elimination matches. Like, when I do an 8-man match in 2K22, I always do it on elimination. Like, okay, each wrestler that gets pinned or submits is eliminated. So then they move, that wrestler's out. I hope you can do that in War Games this year. If not, more than likely, it would be nice to implement that next year into the game. Plus, add another match or two. Like, I know every year they get the certain things that they work on and they redo. Now, I'm hoping next year, if 2K does see this video, which I highly doubt they will, but if they do somehow magically see this video, 2K, one thing you guys got to work on, give us fans the matches that we ask for, at least a couple of them. Because it's getting to a point with these matches to where, like, oh, it's the same thing every year. No, it's the same rules every year. You're not giving us enough. You know what I mean? Like, enough matches. It's just bland. It's the same repetitive bullshit every single year. Excuse my language. But other than that, I'm definitely going to be playing 2K23. I got mine early release, so I'll get it, like, the 14th or maybe even the 13th, because those of you who are on Xbox, you know that little Xbox hack that you can do if you know about it. I'm going to probably do that and see if I can't get it at least a day or two early, so I can have, a head start. Now, I will say another thing. Community creations this year, I bet you are going to be on point. If they look as good as the superstars like the devs say that they do, it's going to be badass. And I love created. Anything that really has to do with the creation suite. I'm not really much of a creative championship guy. I'd rather just download them than I would go through the whole thing, mess with it all damn day. I like creative championship, but I'm more of a creative wrestler type of guy. Creating arena, the same thing. I'd rather just download them than anything. I'm hoping this year they, add little extra, like, they add detail into the game, like more tiny little details. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Cody Rhodes' character looks on point. However, I wish they would have gave him the entrance where he rises up from the floor. Maybe that'll be in there, maybe it won't. And another thing a lot of the fans got hyped up about was there is double title entrances back in the game. I'm going to tell you right now, I bet you 10-1. There's probably maybe one generic double title entrance for the guys and the girls. I bet you there's either one or two or maybe just a couple. Because they're not just going to be like, oh yeah, double title entrances, put a whole bunch of them in there. They're not going to do that. 2K is trying to sweeten the pot. They're like, oh, well, we gave you War Games. We're just going to give you War Games. We're going to work on everything else. Which, it is what it is. Another thing that I'm excited about is I will be playing My Rise. I'm going to definitely try My Rise out. I probably will start with the girl like I did last year. Because for some weird reason, I have more fun. Like, not really playing as the girls, but, like, seeing what the My Rise is like for the females because it's different. And I like that. But also, another thing I'm excited about is, advanced entrances are back, which I know a lot of you creators out there are going to be like, yo, advanced entrances, bam, this game is going to be badass this year. I can't wait to see the amount of creations that community creations is going to pull out this year. And another thing that no one has asked the developers about yet is how many call slots are there? Are there still just 100? Are there 150, 200? Like, What is there? No one asked the developers about that. I'm thinking that there's just going to be the same amount as last year, so only 100, which it is what it is. Other than that, we haven't even got the full roster reveal yet, and I'm hoping they hurry the hell up with this because they should put stuff out like every single day, certain kinds of information every day on the game to get people more and more hyped. Because every single time they drop little snippets, it feels like it takes forever for the game to come out then. But, I mean, I'm excited mostly for it. I'm definitely excited for the game to come out, 2K23. The game I'm mostly excited to come out this year, though. And it won't come out this year. They're saying early access this year is the Wrestling Code by Virtual Basement. That's supposed to be coming out sometime next year, 2024. Hopefully it really does, because they're still doing mocap. They just mocapped Leo Rush's stuff. Now, when I get into that video, I'll let you guys know what my opinions are, what I think Virtual Basement should do to get the fans hyped up. You know what I mean? Just like 2K should, like, okay, we're pre-ordering the game, they're giving us Bad Bunny. What about Bray Wyatt? Is he, day one? Are we going to get Bray Wyatt day one in the game? Are we going to have to wait to see, what's coming down the line for DLC? We got Braun Breaker in the game, that's confirmed. He looks really good. His character looks super on point. Edge looks good. I think we're going to get 2 versions of Edge this year because in the showcase, there is a long-haired Edge, which I'm almost promising you guys. I might be wrong, so take this with a grain of salt, but I'm almost thinking that Lita's going to be in the game this year because the long-haired Edge is in there with the one match with Cena. So let's hope and pray that Lita's in the game. She did make her appearance on Monday Night Raw last night, so let's hope. I mean, I really don't know what else. They haven't even really showed much else of any other kind of gameplay with the game yet. I'm hoping they put out like a video of like, the creation suite, or like some kind of My Rise trailer or something. Put something out because we're waiting for this game. It's probably the most anticipated wrestling game of this year. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. However, for those of you who have Steam, when the Wrestling Code does come out, the early access, you can get it on Steam and PC. We'll talk about that in another video. Other than that, I guess I'm mixed on certain things in the game. I am very excited to play it. I can't wait. As soon as I heard the game was coming out and I seen the screenshots or whatever, and the weird thing is, the day before they even released any of the screenshots or trailers, I was thinking, well, shouldn't the news for 2K23 be dropping sometime soon? Like, shouldn't something be coming out? That day, the next day, bam, it was out. I was like, oh, badass. Now, am I going to say, oh, well, they could work on graphics every single year? Graphics are not really like, they're just whatever. It's all about the gameplay. If the gameplay's smooth and good, then the game should be fine. Which last year I thought the controls were pretty badass. They were pretty good. One other thing I forgot to mention that they did talk about this year is they are putting, and this is just little details, and I like this because the more little details you can add to the game, the more it gives us, and it's a feature. They're actually putting like a fatigue system in the game this year, so like your wrestlers get tired, it changes how they do the moves and stuff. That's really cool, and I can't wait to see how that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we gonna have unlimited reversals again, like we kind of did last year? If you put on unlimited reversals, hopefully we're gonna have a smarter AI. It's gonna be harder this year. We'll see. I can't wait to see community creations, what people are going to come out with, and the things that people are going to, make. Because it's going to be, this year, if the wrestlers are on par, the created wrestlers are on par with the other wrestlers, it's going to be great. But I think right now, guys, this video is going on almost 20 minutes. So I will definitely be back with you guys this month. I have a couple things coming in the mail that I want to do. And I definitely, when they come in, one of the packages I'm getting supposed to be here between the 11th and the 17th. So hopefully that'll be here by the 11th and I can do the unboxing of that. You guys are probably like, oh, another unboxing. Trust me, it's something different this time. And I'm kind of psyched up about it. I'm excited because I didn't get to do the first one. The first one was really small. There's only 4 things I got. But this time, I got like 54 things. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that as an unboxing. I might have 2 of them coming this month, not sure yet. And then I'm gonna have that wrestling code video coming up pretty soon here, because I'm trying to get as much info on the wrestling code as possible before I just do this video. Now you guys know I'm cut and dry. I don't post pictures of the games and shit up in my videos. Now, if I hired an editor and all that, I'm sure they could do all that. Give me an intro, give me an outro, all that noise. I'm not about that. I'm more of a cut and dry, don't sugarcoat nothing, and get straight to the point type of dude. If you guys don't like that, I apologize. I'm sorry. But anyways, you guys, this has been your boy, Big C6. Subscribe, comment, like, and follow me, I guess. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do, go ahead and do it. But anyways, until next time, you guys, this has been your boy, Big C6, and I'm out. One love.